Hi everybody, my name's Merlyn, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use some of Live 11's new MIDI features to create a generative arpeggio. The melody you're hearing in the background right now will hardly ever repeat itself. This takes just a few minutes thanks to Live's new note chants feature. Let's have a closer look. Okay, so today we're going to make what I like to think of as a sound bath. Well, that is a non-stop arpeggio that will never quite repeat itself, but is always similar and within a harmonic scale. I like to use this kind of idea for art installations or making textures for my music, and in doing this, we're going to get to explore a couple of new features in Live 11. So, I've got loaded into my set a pretty nice mallet sound. I'm going to just drop in an arpeggiator at the beginning, and this is quite key to this idea. I'm going to set the style to random other, and the rate and gate we can experiment with later, so I'll just leave it as it is. I'm going to double click on a clip slot and make a new MIDI clip. I'm going to stretch this up so we can see what we're doing, and I'll be boring today and work in C. So I'm going to start off by adding a note at C0, and one at C1, and one at C2. Select them all, press legato, and it stretches the notes out to the end of the clip. So I'm going to go into the scale mode here, and it already has selected C major, which is where I'll start. If I press the scale button here, it will then fold out all of the keys that aren't related to this scale. So at the moment, when I press play, we're just going to get an arpeggio based on 2 octaves of C. I'm going to add a G. For this G, I'm going to take the chance of that note playing down to just below 50%. And now when I press play, we will only sometimes hear this G. Now we've got that covered, let's make this a little bit more interesting. I'm going to switch up my scale. I'm going to put this into the mixolydian mode of C. As you can see, a few updates have happened in my clip viewer. I can now see B flat. So I'm going to add a B flat, another C, a D, and an E. And while I'm here, maybe I'll add a E down in the lower register. So I'll keep these notes at just under 100%, say 90. And this B flat, because it's very spicy and nice, but if we heard it too much in the key of C, it might become a little dissonant. I'm going to take the probability down to around 50-something%. Cool. I'm going to move from a mixolydian mode over to a lydian mode. And now we have F sharps, but we don't have B flats. I'll add an F sharp, a G, A, B, C. And now I'll skip notes and say D, and then F sharp, and then A, and then C. I'll press legato again. And once again, I'm going to highlight my F sharp, the A, and a few other notes. I'll lower in probability slightly. Let's do this one last time. I'm going to change from the Lydian mode to a Phrygian dominant mode. So I'll add a E, a G, an A flat, a B flat, and a C. Finally, a G in the high register. I'll take the spicy notes, the B flats and the A flats, and I'll lower their chance again. Okay, that's everything. So if I move this down and just press play, we should hear a sound bath, a never-ending, never nearly never repeating arpeggio. Let's continue this idea very briefly. We're going to use expression control. If you have live suite, you'll have this. And if you have live 11, you'll see that it's been updated slightly. I'm going to use the random option on the metal macro of my instrument. And I'm going to use the incremental option on the wood part. I will also change this to random and map that to my delay. We're beginning to add more complexity to our sound bath. So, final trick today. I'm going to add a new MIDI track. And on that, I'm going to add a drum rack containing some IDM-inspired noisy sounds. I'm going to simply copy this over to this rack, and I'm going to add an arpeggiator. So this will go at 16th notes, and I'll just play them together. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. My name's been Merlyn Silva, and I'll see you next time.